Hey guys, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well today. It's so nice out. It's sunny. The birds are chirping. I went outside and I was sitting. It was just lovely. Be grateful for the little things in life. Those things that God gives you, that are just sitting around. It's whether or not you are able to see that and take time, right? Because not everything has to be fast paced. Lately, since I moved, um, I've just been, still looking for a place, like deciding where to move and things like that. Just giving my stress to God. It's like I'm not going to be stressed about it. I've actually been relaxing. It's been quite nice. I've just been taking, just stuff in, just life, listening, enjoying the little things, and it's been quite rewarding. It's been grateful because when you let go of stuff that's bugging you or you can't figure out, when you let go of it, then somehow the answer comes. It's so interesting, right? You start seeing things in your environment or whatever that tell you the answer. So instead of you searching and looking and wanting to know, just pause, right? Because when you, first of all, if you have a prayer and you say, Lord, show me what I need to see or what it is stopping me, then you can pray that and then you'll start seeing it. But you have to let go of the worry, So me trying to figure out all of that stuff that was going on, there's a lot of facets to it. There's a lot of points and people involved, which is so unfortunate that something like that had went on for so long that many people were involved. It's just kind of crazy, but um, it's like I have to let go of that stress and give it to God because I would rack my brain and deplete myself just trying to search for answers. So it's like, things have come to me, things have made sense, clarity's been given, and it's like the more I let go of it, the more clarity arrives. So it's just, that's lessons, okay? This is earth school, but those are life lessons, right? God is testing patience. Sometimes, I don't know if people are aware of this, but sometimes whenever you ask God, you're like, oh Lord, give me strength or give me wisdom or give me this. You know what the Lord does? He never just grants you with that. What happens? Okay, so just be aware that if you ask for those things, what will happen is that you will then be given a situation or you'll be put in an environment or something to where you can gain that skill. If you ask for strength, then you're going to be put in situations that are very difficult, that require strength. That's how you gain the skill. He puts you in this situation so you can then acquire that skill. Okay? Now, he'll help you along, of course, depending on what level you're getting to and asking for what. But, when you ask for wisdom, he's going to put you in situations that require you to gain the wisdom, So I was thinking, like, did I ask for strength? At what point in my life did I ask? Because I'm like, my gosh, all of those years I went through that, man, just trials, and a test of endurance and resilience and faith and fortitude, okay? Intellectual insight. All of those years, like, obviously I must have asked for strength is what I'm seeing, okay? And now, because I've asked for patience in the past like 10 years, here it is now. Things are moving at the level of the divine because I asked for patience, and here it is for me to sit back, let go of my worries and stress, and give it to God. That's the patience. And then the answers come to me. You see, everything you go through is a lesson. If you ask for stuff, you'll be put in those situations to gain the skill. So just remember, sometimes you're like, why is this happening or this? Stop and think about what you do and what you ask for. Because that may be one reason why you're going through stuff, right? It just depends, But me letting go of the wanting to know, of the aggravation, of the anger, and just chaos that I felt because of all of this, just me letting go, it just got easier each day. And I'm at a point where I'm like finally rested, It's like I finally feel like I don't have to worry about that anymore. There are still some things that have occurred I'm just trying to enjoy my time and stuff. And me and my daughter went to a casino, just, she'd never been. And I thought, oh, that'd be fun for us to just go and, like spend $50 or something. So we went and did that. And while I was there, I noticed there was a guy that like followed us to every machine. He never talked to us. He never played the machines. He was just kind of like lingering by. It was kind of strange, like watching us. Younger male, blondish hair. He had a long button-up shirt, white, with some kind of a print on it. But, yeah, like, I'm not worried though. When I looked at the guy, because I made eye contact with him, and I looked at the person just to get, like, a visual and to be like, okay, I'm aware, but I am not worried. And it was just like me just being thankful that I let go of the stresses I had, because that could have been like, oh my gosh, I need to leave or something. No, I just was like, I know that the Lord has me. I've let go of my stress, no matter why the person was following us, me and my daughter. It is what it is. I'm not upset or worried, but, giving worry up to the universe is so key, right? When you start getting in alignment, you realize that. You just start letting go of stuff and healing stuff. And I know that sounds so stupid, but everybody needs to heal, because if everyone was unhealed, the world would be total chaos, okay? Well, there's some sort of a balance, because there are healed people. But when everyone is a healed person, what that does is that aligns you, right, internally to truth and clarity and who you are, and authenticity and faith and the cord, right, that gives you universal guidance. Like, that's what that is. Everything on the outside of that is a distraction. I was seeing something about on the news, like, what water, people were worried about water supply, and it's like, the world is more water than land. For anyone to be without water is actually just totally disgraceful. No one should ever be without water on this earth when there is more water than people or land, okay? If you can send a rocket wherever, if you can build all these things, okay, and you can't figure out how to remove salt from the ocean water, or dig a well, to get that drainage going for people so they can have water, that just doesn't make any sense, right? Come on. That's purposeful. All these distractions on the news are really distractions to get you being worried about these other events, when really you need to be worried about yourself. Okay, yes, care about the world, but also you being in alignment is the biggest help you can possibly give to the world, to yourself, to others, and to anyone around you. That is the best gift that is possible. Okay, that's what you literally were sent here to do, is to work through traumas, deal with things you have going on in life, things that come to you, idiots along your path, and then align yourself, right, with all of those lessons. Those are lessons. Those are experience gain, knowledge gain for the next level and next level, right? And that is the whole point of Earth. It's just really a whole game of distractions and temptations and sadness and anger, and it's all of those things, right? That's what this is. But if you're able to keep within this shell, calm, balanced, faithful, and listening like to the universe, and just like managing through those situations as they come to you, or working out of them or whatever, then that's really what your life is about. That's how you find out what really you love and you pull towards, and what is the authentic you, right? So the best gift to you, yourself, or anyone is to just become aligned, heal. It allows the equal exchange, I don't know, it's just, life is so, it can be so great. It can also be so difficult, okay? I've been on both sides of the coin, okay? But I've learned that during difficult times, giving up your stress and becoming just faithful and hopeful and positive gets you out of anything, okay? And the truthful trust inside, right? Because when you operate in that and you're positive, everything works out for you, right? It's like you just kind of you find the path. I don't know. It just falls for you. It just is there, right? Like you need something, it appears. It just things, you know? So truth, authenticity, and yourself. Distractions are everywhere, okay? But the main thing is getting aligned with that. You know, there's going to be some issues that do come up. You can't trust everything, right? I'm just saying. You know, and like, I'm not saying that everything is bad. I'm just saying pay attention and be aware of yourself and your surroundings, because that's going to keep you safe, really. Overall, no matter what were to happen in your life, that is what keeps you safe, okay? And you know, people just need to be aware. Just keep your faith, right? No matter what difficult situation you're going through, if you don't understand, then ask for clarity, okay? Because God will give that. And just operate what feels right. You know, go by your heart, but also logic. You know, you have to be a very fine balance, but very balanced in both of those things to make sound judgments, you know? So everything's possible. If you're still breathing today, you have a chance, okay? So just know that every day is another day to make one tiny change, to think a different way, to be more positive, right? One thing a day. And it leads up to like every day is full of that. And then that's what fulfillment is, you know? And then nobody can take that from you, right? Nobody can take away what you have formed within yourself, how much love you have, you know, how much mental clarity you have, the knowledge and wisdom and everything. That's you. Nobody can then take that, okay? So just remember, people can take anything from you on the outside. If you hold on to outside things that can be taken, well, why? Why would you even attach yourself to that? Everything that could be taken is on the outside of you, okay? That's why you form the inside of you, okay? And you form it to be strong, resilient, trustworthy, faithful, loving, caring, kind, compassionate, forgiving, right? All of those things. You form that in yourself, okay? That's the key, I'm telling you. So, all right, guys. I hope you have a good day. God bless.